Hello, my name is Nick Stimoulis, and today I'm going to review a topic about how to naturally optimize a blog post. So I'm going to use my blog, Search Engine Optimization Journal, as an example. So let's get started. So first and foremost, the approach that I recommend for search engine optimization is a white hat approach. So what that means, for those of you that don't know, is an approach that follows closely the webmaster guidelines of Google and Microsoft for Bing and Yahoo. And so the approach I'm going to share with you today is literally a natural approach for blogging. Blogging as a whole should be a natural type of an approach, whether it be educational or informational or promotional type posts. Whatever the goal of your blog happens to be, it should be natural, and so or conversational. So the approach of optimizing a post is really keeping it natural. So a lot of people tend to really optimize for certain keywords and write content around it. I generally don't feel that that's a good approach because, one, it stifles a creativity that really makes and defines a good blog post and good content. And secondly, besides stifling creativity, it also appears a little bit spammy and tends to have not as good of a user experience. So I generally do recommend keeping it natural, but still optimize at the same time. So first and foremost, so here's a blog post we're going to look at. It's the post that I wrote today. Consider other things besides SEO. So of all topics I'm going to talk about. But really, how to optimize this post. So if you look at the content, so first of all, there's some good content. It has some substance to it. People have asked me before, how long should a post be? I say, you know what, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it does. I mean, you don't want a post that's 100 words, but you want to keep it natural. My approach, I tend to say, you know what, anything, in the range of 400 to 500 words, maybe 600 words, I think it's okay. Once you get longer than that, I mean, this post is fairly long, but it's not outrageously long. So that's a pet peeve I have personally. My approach is I'll read other blogs. I read a lot of blogs, obviously, but about search engine optimization, the industry, and I see these blog posts and they're huge. And that's often the pet peeve that I have is, who has the time to sit and read 5 pages and click here for more, click here for more, click here for more? Most your average person skims and kind of looks for nuggets of information. So that's the approach from a content development perspective that I generally recommend. Obviously, it's different for every type of blog and type of industry and goals, but that's usually what I recommend. So from an SEO perspective, one thing I want to, let's look at the title. So the title, consider other things besides SEO. So what that does is it literally piques people's interest. Okay, so that's the first good thing. The second thing is, if you read the post, then, we're not going to take the time to read it, but, I'm not really optimizing it for any specific keywords. So what happens is you keep that natural aspect to it. Then the next thing that I usually do is say, okay, I've written the post, I have my topic, I have a really good engaging type of a post that is going to make people click. Often, and that's important because the post title should be the title tag. And if you look to see how this is indexed, let's look and see how this is indexed in Google. See, right here? So this right here, you can see it. This is an engaging title. So if someone happens to come across this, it is engaging. And then you can see the title of the post is right here. And again, it kind of, feeds into that. And then, and so what I'm showing you is manually optimizing a post. There are some really good WordPress. I use WordPress for blogging. There's some good WordPress plugins which are good and good for people that really don't want to take the time. My opinion is take the time. Naturally optimize it. There some plugins. All-in-one SEO pack is a good one for WordPress. But again, I usually do recommend the natural approach. So you can see the title. So, the title itself should be the title tag. Now, you could take the time and write a custom title tag. For a blog, I usually don't recommend it just because, it is conversational and it's all about, for instance, my blog, it's about information. So that's the first thing. And then you come here. Then what I usually do is the image tag, right? So I happen to put one image that's somewhat related to, that kind of fits into the overall theme of the particular post. And then, you can see the image tag, which just showed up a minute ago, right here, right? Now, you could write a custom image tag. I say, you know what, just keep it so there's a consistency. And then the URL structure right here, right? So now, my domain, searchengineoptimizationjournal.com, happens to be a little bit long. Over 4 years ago when I registered this domain, hindsight, I probably should have had a shorter domain, but, this blog does very well. And generates quite a bit of visitors organically, so it's fine. But so I tend to keep it short. So, if I had a shorter domain, I might add another word or two here in the URL structure. But if you look at the permalink structure, it's customized. So besides SEO, right, and that kind of fits into the theme. And then if you log into WordPress, and this is actually, I'm logged into WordPress, you can see here, so here's where you would edit the actual URL structure. I'm using the latest version of WordPress at the time I'm recording this. So if you watch this video a year from now, it's going to look different because it'll probably be a different version of WordPress. And then you have your content, your image tag right here. Okay, and my post happens to be 700 words, so it's a little longer than I recommended, but you guys get the idea. And then, and then there's other things here, like, you have tags. Some blogs, depending on how it's set up, that could be almost like your meta keywords. I say, you know what, keep it natural. So I might add a few phrases in there. Again, really keeping it natural, not being purposeful. So yeah, so this is some basics of how to really naturally optimize a blog post, and also some good tips there for how to craft some good content. My name is Nick Stamoulis of Brick Marketing. I do encourage you to visit my blog, searchengineoptimizationjournal.com, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks so much, and best of luck.